caller. You're on the air. And where are you from?
Yes, this is David from Missouri.
Oh, hey, David.
Hello, Andrew. Hello, Dr. Pete.
Hi.
This is off the subject a little bit, but I've heard Dr. Pete in other podcasts refer to starch molecules as, I think we call those molecules, maybe they're like a crystal-like structure, but they actually block capillaries if they somehow get into the bloodstream. And I was just wanting him to elaborate on that a little bit more, possibly on maybe what other research. He had mentioned one piece of research, and I don't remember who that was specifically, but I'm wondering if this is something that's fairly well known in the scientific community.
No, it was something discovered 100 years ago, but in the 70s, German immunologist Gerhard Volkheimer wrote some papers on it. It's called persorption, and I think there's an article of his on the internet called Persorption, and it has illustrations of some of the junk that can simply get squeezed right through the lining of the intestine. It isn't being squeezed between cells necessarily. It can go right into the cytoplasm on one side and out the cytoplasm on the other side. Cells are much more flexible than people imagine. Particles as big as 100 microns, potato starch particles, for example, if you eat a slurry of cornstarch or potato starch or whatever on an empty stomach, a few minutes later you can draw blood and find these particles, which some of them are just the size of a red blood cell, but others are as much as 10 times the diameter of a red blood cell. And red blood cells are very flexible, so they can squeeze through capillaries with an opening that's only maybe 5 microns across, and their diameter is 10 microns. And so even a 10 micron particle of starch will plug up an arteriole and shut down circulation to a whole block of capillaries fed by that arteriole. And the bigger the particle, the bigger the small artery is that gets plugged up. And Volkheimer would feed mice a high content of free starch in their diet, and he found that they aged prematurely. And when he sliced them up, he found that all of their organs contained little nests of dead, deteriorating cells downstream from the plug of one of these starch molecules.